Bandidos, buttercups, what's up? Was geht ab? Welcome to Mel's Magic. Today is Friday, the 7th of January 2022, first week of the new year. Crazy. So I hope you're having a good week. I've had a bit of tumultuous days recently, maybe to do with the moon, but grateful for every experience and realizing that every experience, every situation brings a lesson if I'm willing to pause, step back, and observe myself. Voila. So, the cards I pulled today are first the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so I'll show you first the Eight of Pentacles. You see this figure working hard on his pentacles. Pentacles in the tarot have to do with usually practical achievements, whether it's money or projects in the 3D world. So here's somebody who's very diligent in working on his projects or himself. And in the reverse, it's interesting because it was really quite fitting to my state of being yesterday and today, where I basically saw in this card the lesson of, it's okay that you're working on yourself, and you've probably been working on yourself very hard and very diligently, but that it's okay to take a break. You're only human, so take stock of where all the things you've already built up and take a pause and center yourself again. So the advice I was given and that I'm telling myself is that when things get a bit too much, let's say emotionally, for example, I have a very open emotional center, meaning I'm challenged by emotions because I feel them so intensely. In my case, I told myself it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling and to just go through it, accept it and let it wash over you a bit like a wave. And that you don't have to push yourself every day in being the best. And that's not really about being the best anyway, but I guess it's about accepting yourself completely and fully and trying always to act out of your higher self perspective. So accepting your lower self behavior, but with the intention of transmuting that and developing that and transforming that into behavior that suits or that's aligned with your higher self. So I guess yesterday and today I was struggling a bit, and I just had to step back and say, hey, Melanie, it's okay. Cut yourself some slack. Yeah, it's just another day. And what really helps me in times like these is to ground myself. I can be quite airy and ethereal. So it's important for me to do something that puts me back into the here and now. And I'm fortunate enough, as you know, that I can take these walks in nature. Nature is excellent for us to reconnect with our own nature. We're connected with nature, and we need nature. And there's even this notion of forest bathing. I guess you can do that in the north. Here we don't really have a lot of leaf trees. There's more pine trees. But just being out there in nature with the open sky and the clouds and the sun and silence is healing. So walking, exercise, gardening, doing practical stuff, so-called mundane practical stuff grounds me. And that was what I did today, and it worked. Voila. So that was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And funnily enough, the card I pulled in tandem from the little animal deck was the Four of Swords. Now look at this little lamb. It's got this golden coin or like crown chakra open, or perhaps it's like the golden nugget now that's incubating. And the little lamb is all innocent, and it looks a bit ominous, the whole scene, if we think if you think that those four swords will go down and hit it. But I interpreted it as, again, to my situation where I get caught up in my head and I start projecting through fear, and I and it can quickly vortex spiral down into a kind of just nonsense negative vortex. So the card also reminded me, watch yourself, hold your horses in this sense, like step back, breathe, ground yourself, do not follow negative thoughts. We know where that's going to end, and try and remember that you are transforming, and that it is a process, and that it's okay to feel some days fragile or vulnerable, like this little lamb, but that you carry this, you're incubating, you're growing this golden seed or egg or nugget, and that it needs to be protected. So don't let anything threaten that. Sobre todo, most of all, your own negative thoughts, which is usually where it all begins. No, all starts and ends with us. What we think, how we act, what we believe, and yeah, that kind of process creates our destiny. So watch it, step back, breathe, meditate, do whatever you need to ground yourself, come back into the body, and be that parent to yourself. I think I said that, or I mentioned that in season 1. I'm learning very much to reparent myself. I've rescued or rescatado little Melanie, and now it's time to integrate her, take her by the hand, and step forward, big Melanie and little Melanie. So it's a bit of a tango, and sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but we're still waltzing forward. And it requires patience. And it also reminds me, or it makes me ask myself, well, what does it require? It requires love. And what is love? Well, love is patience, love is courage, love is compassion, love is kindness. And that's something we need to give primarily to ourselves. If we manage to be our own source of care and kindness and love, and not expect that to come from any outer source, then that's our way towards wholeness and healing. We have the inner resources, the capacity, and the ability to nurture ourselves. And the more we do that, the more sovereign we become, the more individuated, and the more we can relate from our wholeness to other people, and create in our relationships not a codependency, but an interdependency, where we can all support and rely on each other, but we are still standing strong in our own power and sovereignty. And a good thing is also, when you get caught up in your spiral vortex, here we go, here comes the avalanche of thoughts, drum roll, you can almost like feel it coming, this kind of tidal wave. You just say snap. I mean, I do it to myself, I like snap, or I have these, I got given these, can't remember the name, bells. There's a special name, can go like this. It really clears the energy field. Do this 3 times, will clear the energy. Or sometimes a good old fuck it does the job, where you just cut the bullshit, sobre todo, above all, your own bullshit, and just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm good, I'm okay, everything is all right. Let's step back and see the bigger picture, and not get caught up in like minute, detailed labyrinth thoughts that just lead us nowhere but give us a huge migraine. No? De acuerdo? So sometimes healthy swearing, I'm super pro healthy swearing, and a good old fuck it and a laugh does the job to ground ourselves. Vale? And with this, gosh, this interesting light. With this, I wish you a great weekend ahead. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my little stories and anecdotes, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm grateful to anyone who watches. Happy if you share and subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more of my stories and wisdom, insights as we journey together. Vale? So, hope to see you tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday latest. Vale? Ein schönes Wochenende. Ich wünsche euch alles, alles Gute. Y nada, nos vemos, ¿vale? Saludos, besos, chao.